Greetings, this is another video and today I'm going to review anime women with a friend of mine who was unfortunate enough to be dragged here. So, we are not going to review just simple anime waifus, we are going to review VTubers. If you don't know what a VTuber is, you see how my avatar responds to my voice, right? What if I told you there exists a technology out there which allows this avatar to be puppeteered and all you need for this magic to happen is a webcam, software specifically made for this purpose and some spare time on your hand to separate layers and program them to properly respond to your movements which the webcam picks up. So it's a really fascinating technology, and of course the internet does what the internet does, make anime women a reality. So our first subject in this video is lucypyre, and you can see that her avatar is actually, talking about avatars, I think I want to dress up for this occasion just a little bit more appropriately. Just give me a sec. Much better. Now let's proceed. So where was I? Yes, so as I started saying, she is lucypyre. She is a very pretty anime woman. As you can see, her avatar is very cute. And I think where she excels at is being unhinged. So if you have seen my channel previously, you know that I don't really play story-based games of any kind. And that's because I am straight up allergic to them. Now, you also might realize that this video is completely unrelated to any other video I made on my channel, and that's because this is an April Fool's special, but that's besides the point. So, the thing with lucypyre is that she is super unhinged. She can say the most mad, insane stuff ever, and that makes her extraordinarily entertaining. And why do I bring up story-based games? So of course she plays video games on her live streams, among other things, and her unhinged kind of humor actually can keep me watching the gameplay section. Like, actually, I'm not kidding, she is so damn entertaining, she can cure my allergies towards story-based games. Yeah, that's a powerful statement, so yeah. I can recommend her to anyone who is interested in this kind of content. Alright, our second subject of conversation is Nekrolina. Now, she would probably describe herself as a generic catgirl number 69,421. However, I strongly dispute such a claim, because if she was indeed generic, I wouldn't have stayed and watched her streams for nearly 3 years now. So, such claims are unfounded in my opinion. Now, I must confess something, but first you need a bit of context. This is not her first model. Her first model was retired, I believe, years ago at this point, and when she was doing her model retiring stream, she basically drew crude versions of her model's body parts and auctioned them off for Twitch points. Basically, you can earn them for watching the streams. Now, I suspected that a certain pair of body parts will go last in the line of auctioned off body parts, and I purposefully saved my channel points to buy them, and I was correct. I bought a pair of catgirl tits for 80,000 channel points, and yeah, that's the story of how I own such things. And the funny thing is, she also wrote my name on them. I can't make this up. This is completely serious. Anyway, 10 out of 10, she's, I would say, 90% wholesomeness and 10% chaos. So yeah, she's a 10 out of 10 streamer. Alright, our next subject in this video is Shylily. Now, she is pretty damn popular, so I probably don't need to introduce her. So let's talk about her content a little bit. So she does reactions, she also does gameplay, but what I want to focus on right now is her chatting content. So on one chatting session, she might just fool around with her chat. Maybe on the next one she talks about, I don't know, personal hygiene or taxes, so really serious adult topics. And then maybe on the third chatting session, you might think that she is basically possessed by some sort of a lust demon or something. So yeah, you never really can predict what might happen on her chatting sessions, and I think that sort of unpredictability mixed with her really funny persona, I think that's a kind of a really entertaining thing to watch. Not gonna lie, I have been following her for well over 3 years now, and I have always enjoyed my time on her streams, so yeah. You might also want to know that she really likes performing magic tricks with the assistance of pears. She also likes screwdrivers and has a personal vendetta against sewage management, especially on trains. So yeah, she is pretty damn entertaining. She is definitely worthy of your time. So yeah. Our next subject is Cinder. She is also very popular actually. Now, when you open up her streams, then you might see several models actually being used. So you might encounter her as a regular Cinder, you might see her use the frozen Cinder model, but she could also be either your devil or your angel, depending on what stream you are watching. Now, you might have several thoughts based on the first impressions she might give you, but I can assure you that she is actually a silly and adorable, wholesome streamer. Actually, I could just say that she's a dork. That describes her perfectly. She's silly and adorable, so yeah, she's quite a dork. Now, I can list you two big reasons why you might watch her. The first is her personality, which I just described. She's actually wholesome despite what you might think when looking at her. And the second reason I would give is her massive audience who always support her, and sometimes they throw so much love and affection and money at her, she just breaks down crying and trying to thank every single one of her chat members who donated money. So yeah, that's actually pretty damn wholesome. Like once she almost broke her voice trying to thank everyone. So yes, she's actually a really great personality, and yeah, I can recommend her to anyone, really. Just don't watch her while your parents are in the same room. And last but not least, we have this pretty fox lady over here, Smugalana. Now, she mainly does React content, however, the first about a third of her streams are usually just chatting. We basically talk about anything and everything, really, during this chatting session. And afterwards, she reacts to basically anything and everything. Sometimes politics are involved, sometimes she reacts to wholesome things, sometimes she reacts to somewhat educational content, so the things she reacts to are somewhat diverse in terms of content, but if you go to her channel you can get a feel for what types of videos she reacts to. Also, she usually is Arctic fox, but sometimes she can go ablaze and she can be a Firefox, just like the browser I'm using. So yes, she is overall a pretty damn cool streamer. I've been following her for nearly 2 years actually, and she has always been pretty damn entertaining in my eyes, and also she has Eastern European blood in her, which makes her automatically based. So yes, this Russian fox is a pretty cool person, so she's, I would say, pretty damn worthy of your attention too, so yeah. Anyway, so I guess that is the end of the video. And Robert, do you have anything else to add?
Well, thanks for having me here, I feel, but among all the things that you've said, I'd like to ask, did I hear you correctly? You own Catkill